Hello, I'm Dr. Brandt Gibson, and today I want to talk to you about another test that we commonly will do for peripheral neuropathy. It's the reflex testing. And really, reflex tests are quite common. People commonly go to a physical and they do the reflex test of the knee to see if you got the reflex. And basically what it's testing is the connection between the motor neurons, the spine, and the afferent nerves coming through the spinal cord in that area. So there's really two different ways that this can present. You can have a normal, well, three different ways if you count normal. You got a normal reflex test where you get the normal response that you're expecting. So say if you do the knee reflex, you expect the knee to react or the lower leg to react. So that's one way that it can present. If you have a peripheral neuropathy, a problem with the peripheral nerves or in that area, the reflex will be depressed, it will be decreased. You will either have no reflex or decreased reflex in that situation. If it's a more central nervous system problem, an upper nervous system problem type situation, then instead of having a decrease, you're gonna have an increase. So if you have a reflex and they way overreact to that reflex, then you're gonna actually have a more reactive reflex in that case. So typically in the lower extremity, we're gonna do either the patellar reflex, the knee reflex right there near the knee. You may do the Achilles tendon reflex, which is the Achilles tendon, right at the insertion of the Achilles tendon on the back of the ankle. And you can do the Babinski reflex, which is right on the bottom of the foot. The Babinski reflex is typically done on children to see if they have a normal reflex. And in peripheral neuropathy, it's just to determine whether you have a reflex at all. This is Dr. Brandt Gibson, and this is your Neuropathy Nugget, day 65, reflexes. This is an important test that should be evaluated to say, okay, is this problem that we're having with the nerves a peripheral nervous problem or a central nervous system problem? And if the reflexes are normal, it's neither. If the reflexes are increased, then it indicates that you have a central nervous system problem. And if they're decreased, it's a peripheral nervous system problem. Now, that being said, you can have completely normal reflexes and still have peripheral neuropathy. So I do recommend it gets tested.